Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the YouTube station identification of one of the Beth Massachusetts resident YouTubers. I'm here live in the basement. No, this is not MTV's remote control. And I'm not Ken Ober, God rest his soul. My name is Eric Lima. You are watching WEML-TV, channel 77, episode 170 of the show. April 23rd, 2021, 11:10 p.m. We're going to try to get right into it before I go to, if I get some sleep and go to work tomorrow. You know, tomorrow is Saturday. I know I usually go to bed earlier, but I watched 205 Live and SmackDown. I figured I'd get that out of the way. But tomorrow's supposed to be a gorgeous day. Up to 69 degrees, the high. And after this day, I'm on vacation up until Friday. The rest of this, I have the rest of this month off after tomorrow. And then May 1st, I'm back on Saturday. So back on working and no more vacations after today. So we're going to be having some fun here. I'm going to try to have some fun the best way I can. And for those of you who might make fun of my hair, especially on TikTok, don't worry, I'm going to get it cut on the final week of my vacation. So we're going to do that. So yeah, a little itchy because I just shaved and everything else. And sometimes shaving with an electric razor is very tough on the skin. You know what I mean? It's really, you know, I try to stay clean shaving because my boss complains about my 5 o'clock shadow, and I look very old with a beard. So, and I got gray hairs on the side. That's enough for me. And all right, so Cesaro and Seth Rollins both kick off SmackDown. When Cesaro was in the ring about to call out Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins comes out, runs his mouth, and then they're about to challenge each other to a fight. Jey Uso comes out, interrupts both Cesaro and Rollins, but then Daniel Bryan shows up to even the sides, and then they call out Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman showed up, addresses both Cesaro and Bryan, calling them losers. And then there was a tag team matchup. Jey Uso teamed up with Seth Rollins against Daniel Bryan and Cesaro, and after a hard-fought matchup, Bryan and Cesaro won. But then Daniel Bryan decided to call out Roman Reigns on the behalf of Cesaro. Uso tries to attack, but then Cesaro did his swing again. Drops him down, and then all of a sudden Daniel Bryan says, "Hey, we got to do another swing. Roman Reigns ain't coming out." He does it again. Then Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville were talking about that to see whether or not that match should happen. But Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz interrupt them. Apollo Crews, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, was infuriated he had to defend his title tonight. He says, but not against Big E, but against Kevin Owens. And then, so Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and Reginald, who was back after a couple weeks off, was heading to the ring, and Kayla Braxton interviewed Jey Uso, who was not very happy for the embarrassment of the swing. So Nia Jax and Tamina went one-on-one. Was really a heck of a matchup. Tamina did pick up the victory, so back-to-back wins for both Natalya and Tamina. This could be only a matter of time. Natalya and Tamina will become tag team champions, I believe it. Kayla Braxton interviews Owens about his shot at the Intercontinental title, but Big E interrupts and says, "Hey, that's my shot." He said, "Hey, tonight I have my shot. If I win, maybe I'll give you a shot." And they will joke around and laugh, and they walk out. Then they had the Intercontinental title match with Apollo Crews defending against Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn was showing up being a total dork goofball as usual, and joins on commentary with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. Crews, thanks to the distraction by Aziz, did retain the title against Kevin Owens, but Owens responds with a stunner. Aziz hits Owens with a Nigerian nail. Kayla Braxton then interviewed Paul Heyman, talking about whether or not Roman Reigns should give his answer to Daniel Bryan and Cesaro. So, anyways, but new broadcast colleague Megan Morant interviews Apollo Crews about his victory over Owens, when then Big E attacked Apollo Crews. So where's Elise Ashton? Has she been released too? Because when a lot of releases, lots of talent have been released. So has Elise Ashton been released, or is she going to going to Monday Night Raw? You have Charlie Caruso gone, and she's she already left the WWE. So technically, there'd be like, what, 10 people, 11 people been released? So with Charlie Caruso gone, it seems like Alicia Ashton can move over to run Monday Night Raw and run things there. Or no, we got Kevin Patrick there too, and got Sarah Schreiber. So a lot of mix and matching going on. So we'll see what happens. So Alicia Ashton's, all over the place. A lot of interchangeable things, shall we say? So you got Sarah Schreiber and Kevin Patrick over on Raw, while SmackDown's got Caleb Braxton, Alicia Ashton, and his newcomer, Megan Moran, who used to cover the Patriots, the New England Patriots, by the way. And Aleister Black came back with a kind of eerie promo about a story about how, he was taught some kind of cult. I don't know what's going on, but the rumor has it that a stable is going to be formed known as the Herd, and Aleister Black is supposed to be at the head of it. Question is, who would be part of this group? So we'll have to see what Aleister Black is up to in the weeks to come as he tells this story, tells this little story. And it was a very strange. I know Aleister Black's a strange, bizarre individual, but Aleister Black's kind of way out there. So we'll see what's going on there. Then Caleb Braxton interviewed the Dirty Dogs, and then they were interrupted by the Street Profits, and they said, "We want the belts." Bayley interrupts both the teams, addresses Bianca Belair, and then meanwhile, Montez Ford was overhearing the conversation that Bayley had with Caleb Braxton, and then he goes, Montez Ford talking to his wife. His wife says, "I'll be there." Belair confronts Bayley, and Bayley tried to be all serious. It'll be an honor to face you at WrestleMania Backlash for the title. And then all of a sudden, Bayley starts laughing about the whole thing, joking around, and walks away. And Bianca Belair's like, "My game's continuing" by Bayley. The Mysterios, the father and son tag team, took on Alpha Academy. That would be Otis and Chad Gable. Mysterios, Ray and Dominic, did pick up the victory over Alpha Academy. So they're on their quest to become the first father-son tag team combination to become WWE tag team champions on the Raw or SmackDown. So that is they want to make history there. So I hope they do. I like to see those two become tag team. Got a lot of respect for the Profits. Got a lot of respect for the Street Profits, but I think it's about time Rey Mysterio and Dominic get a shot. Well, Daniel Bryan Cesaro came back out to congratulate the Mysterio family on a well-win. So Cesaro calls out Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, Uso, and Heyman shows up. But Roman Reigns did a little twist in this story. He decided to challenge Daniel Bryan to one more match. And if Daniel Bryan loses, he's gone from SmackDown. Now there could be rumors that Daniel Bryan may end up leaving the WWE himself and possibly go to either Ring of Honor, AEW, or Impact. There'll be a lot of talks there. We'll find out what the story will be. So, or will he be taking some time off to be a full-time father as well and retire from in-ring competition? That's another option that Daniel Bryan could take. So Daniel Bryan decided to accept those stipulations. So basically title versus career. And if Roman Reigns does win, it looks like Cesaro, Cesaro told Bryan, take the opportunity. I think once Daniel Bryan retires, and probably tell some like Cesaro, hey, listen, it's your turn, your time for you to take the shot. So that's why I think that's going to happen. So basically, it's a title versus career matchup. And if Daniel Bryan wins the Universal title, though, what does that mean? So we'll see. We'll find out, and we're kind of hoping that we'll get some answers on that. All right, we'll go to 205 Live on the same night on Peacock. Tom Phillips is back on the announcing for 205 Live along with Mike McGinnis, and a new ring announcer known as Samantha Herbert. If I'm not mistaken, don't know who she is. I can't find her Twitter handle and all that. So we'll find out a little bit more about her as I try to find her Twitter handle, if she even has one, or an Instagram or a Facebook page. The Bollywood Boys, wearing the colors of the Hart family. I think the Hart family has been their wrestling family. Took on Arya Daivari, and Tony Nese, and Daivari and Nese did pick up the victory there. And there was a one-on-one matchup between Ashante the Adonis and August Gray. During the matchup, Davari came out and tried to help out August Gray, who didn't want any help. He wanted to do things the right way, but it cost him in the end, as Ashante the Adonis did pin August Gray. And Ashante the Adonis did pick up the victory over August Gray. So we'll see what happens there. They were talking about the six-man tag that will be happening on NXT this coming Tuesday, as MSK, the tag team champions, and Kushida, the cruiserweight champ, takes on Legado del Fantasma. That'll be an excellent matchup. And so I'll tell you what, a lot of changes over the past couple of weeks, and it'll be very interesting to see what kind of changes with the talent, and we'll see what happens. This is going to be a brand new era for WWE post WrestleMania. Changes are happening already, behind the scenes and in the talent. So it's going to be something to behold. So, well, that's it. That's all the time I have on the show. It's already 11:21. I gotta get some sleep and get changed and everything else, pack up and ready to go for tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow, and then once I get tomorrow afternoon, what I'm going to do, once I get home tomorrow, because I get out at 11, thank God, and I don't have to worry about getting out at 12 and all that. What I'll do is, when I get home, I am going to try to set things up for another edition of Saturday Superstarcade. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to make an attempt to do that, and see what happens. All right. So I'm hoping that's the case. So fingers crossed there while I muck about with the laundry and all that, and get ready for my final vacation of the fiscal year for me. So as you know, my hire date is May 1st. Yeah, forgive me about all this. This is really bothering me. My hire date is May 1st, and that I lose my vacation hours after that. So these are my final vacation hours I'm taking after tomorrow. I'm on vacation until May 1st. All right. So that means I'm not taking a break from here on the internet. I always hang about the internet and interact with people, or try to, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this coming week with Raw, NXT, AEW, Impact, SmackDown 205 Live. All right, I'll see you later. You guys have a wonderful night. Episode 170 has been complete of WEML TV Channel 77. Peace. Bless out.